This is the class about the meaning of the Gayathri Mantra. So this Gayathri Mantra goes like this: Om Bhurbhuvasvah Tat Saviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. Okay. Now let's say, actually the original meaning of this Gayatri Mantra, basically it came from the Rig Veda. So Rig Veda 3.62.10 verse and is attained to Vishwamitra. That's what the mantra appears. Okay. So if you really say Om Bhur Bhuvasavaha is not in the Rig Veda. So actually the mantra is Tatsa Viturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. That is what the mantra is. But later on, this Om Bhur Bhuvasvaha is added as like a Vyaharati. That means sacred utterance. But actually, if you really say Bhur Bhuvasvaha, do appear in the Vedas individually with clear different meanings. Okay. So, Om, we know that Om is Pranava. Pranava Sarva Vedeshu from the Gita 10th chapter, 25th sloka. So, out of all the Pranavas, Omkara is the best one. Pranava Sarva Vedeshu. Actually, there is only one Pranava mantra, that is Om. And Om represents the Supreme Lord. It's like a Brahmeti, Paramatmeti, Bhagavani Shabde. You call it as a Brahman, Supreme Paramatman, or Bhagavan. Whatever call it, that represents Omkara is the representation. Now, Bhur means, in the Rig Veda context, it is like an earthly world, realm of physical existence also. It refers to the material plane, terrestrial sphere, the domain of life and physical creation. Okay, that is what Bhuvaha. Bhuvaha means the atmospheric world, the realm between the earth and the heaven. Okay, it includes the mid-region Antariksha, the space of wind, breath, life force, the arena of storms, winds and movements. Later it gained the meaning of a prana, the life energy, but this is not the Rig Veda. Swaha or Suvaha means the heavenly world, the celestial realm of the gods, represents the luminous sky, the home of Devas, the place of cosmic order, Ruta and radiance. So summary is like Bhur Bhuva Swaha or Suvaha. The physical world is Bhu, earth. Bhuvaha means intermediate world, the atmosphere. Suvaha means heavenly world, the light. Okay. And these are called the three Vedic worlds, Trailokya. Trailokya, basically that's what you experience. That's how the Vedas representing whatever you are experiencing. And in your terms, they will come down and then explain the importance of the supreme consciousness. So, there are ancient appearing throughout the Rig Veda. In the Rig Veda also, these Bhur Bhuva Swaha, Bhu Bhuva Swaha will appear. So, Om Bhur Bhuva Swaha means, in the Vedic terms, Om, the three worlds, earth, atmosphere and heaven. In Vedic ritual, this is like a cosmic invocation calling upon the powers of all three planes before reciting a mantra. Okay, that's what it is. And then Om is the basis for all these things. Bhur Bhuva Swaha, these lokas. Now, we'll go going forward, we'll explain also the real meanings and in terms of our mental states, body, physical body, and then mind, and then the indriyas, and then everything we'll explain later also. Now, the mantra is Tat Saviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. Okay. The mantra is Tat Savitur. Okay, in the Rig Veda context, the mantra is addressed to Savitur. Okay, Tat Savitur. Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo. Tat means that. Savitur. The mantra is to Savitur, the Vedic solar deity, not merely the physical sun, but a divine force that inspires, sets in motion, and energizes all life. Okay, here is the meaning closest to the original Ritvic content. We meditate upon the desirable, splendid radiance of the God Savitar. May he stimulate and inspire our thoughts. Okay, that's Savitar. Word by word meaning is that Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargodevasya Dhimai Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. So Om Bhur Bhuvasvaha was added later part as like a sacred sayings so that they can use it in like a mantra in any occasions or anywhere. Now the real mantra is Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargodevasya Dhimai Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. Tat means that, referring to the divine power of Savitar. Savitur means Savitar, the Vedic solar deity. In the Vedic terms, there is only the solar deity, and then people take that as like a form. Only the sun is the only one, and then that's how they used to pray. Varenyam, excellent, desirable, worthy. Varenyam means excellent, desirable, and worthy. That is worthy of having that. So that is the desirable. If you want any desires to desire, that is the desirable ones. That's called Varenyam. Great. Bhargo, radiance, shining light, purification. Bhargo means radiance, light, purification. Devasya, of the god, Savitar. Devasya means that, like we explained, right? That Savitar Varenyam. That is first pada. Tat Savitar Varenyam means that Savitar Varenyam, desirable, excellent. Now Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi. Bhargo means radiance, the bright. Devasya means of the god. In the first pada mentioned Savitar. Dhimahi we hold in meditation. Okay. Dhiyo Yona Prachodaya. Dhiyaha means our thoughts, intellect and understanding. Dhiyo Yona Prachodaya. Yo, who, na, our, Prachodayat, may inspire, may impel forward. That is what the word to word meaning. Now the core idea in the Rig Veda is, in the Vedic, Savitar is the one who, Savitar means Bhagwan, which is nothing but a representative of Om, that is added later. Savitar is the one who brings forth all beings, drives away darkness, sets in motion life, action and thought, inspires the mind towards the truth and clarity. So the original purpose of this mantra is a prayer for mental illumination, clarity and inspiration from Savitar's divine radiance. Okay, that is simple. So from the Savitar's divine radiance, a prayer for mental illumination, the Buddhi Yona Prachodayat, Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat, Dhiya, Buddhi. Mental illumination, clarity and inspiration. So exactly clarity, the understanding is nothing but a Buddhi Yoga. Here is a deeper spiritual interpretation of the Gayathri Mantra beyond the literal meaning, drawing from Vedic, yogic and meditative traditions. Okay, simple terms is this. Okay, let's go in deep. Om, the absolute consciousness. So this isn't just a sacred syllable. It is the vibration from which all creations emerge. It reminds the seeker that everything, thought, matter, energy, arises from one unified source, is Om. Bhur Bhuvah Svah, the three realms of awareness. These three levels symbolizes your own inner landscapes. Bhur means the physical body and the material world, you can say. Bhuvaha, the mind, emotions, subtle energies. Swaha, the spiritual or causal realm. The mantra harmonizes these three layers, guiding you towards internal alignment so that body, mind and spirit work together rather than in conflict. Okay, this mantra harmonizes. Tat Savitar, the inner sun. Savitar refers not just to the physical sun but to your inner sun, the pure consciousness that illuminates your thoughts and experiences. It is a source of clarity, intuition and awakening. Varenyam, choosing the highest. The word implies a conscious choice to orient your life towards the highest truth rather than distractions, fears or ego-driven patterns. It is an inner vow. Let me pursue what is noble and uplifting. that is choosing the Varenium is the highest. Virgo, the radiant purifier. Virgo signifies divine radiance that burns away ignorance, confusion, and negativity, much like sunlight dissolving darkness. That's why sunlight is closely related to this Savitar. So, Virgo means the radiant purifier. Okay. Spirituality is a light that reveals your true self beyond personality and conditioning. Devasya Dhimahi, meditating upon the divine intelligence. Here you are tuning your cosmic intelligence, something beyond personal thoughts. It is an act of surrender. Let me be guided by the wisdom that created and sustains the universe. Okay? Dhiyo yona prachodayat, illuminating of the intellect. This is the heart of the mantra. You are asking for illumination, not material gifts. It is a prayer for discriminative wisdom, the ability to see clearly, choose wisely, and act with compassion. The mantra doesn't ask for success, wealth, or protection, it asks for the light. Because with the light, everything else aligns naturally. Overall, deeper essence, the Gayathri Mantra is a journey inward from external world to inner awareness, from personal mind to the universal intelligence, from confusion to clarity, from ego to the radiant self. It is a spiritual purification and elevation. Every repetition is like stepping closer to your highest nature. Here is a clear and spiritually grounded way to meditate on the Gayatri Mantra, whether you are a beginner or long-term practitioner. These steps combine traditional Vedic guidance with the practical meditation techniques. Prepare your space and body. Sit comfortably with the spine straight. You can use any posture, but be ease. And then preferably sit in the east, symbolic of inner sunrise. Beginning with slow breathing. Take a few gentle breaths to settle your mind. Okay, like a pranayama. Same thing, like a Gayatri Sanjhavandanam you do, before Gayatri Mantra you do pranayama. Let you inhale, exhale becomes smooth. This helps open your awareness and prepares the mind to receive the mantra. Invoke internal stillness with Om. Chant Om softly or internally once or thrice. This symbolizes entering into alignment with the universal consciousness. Feel the vibration in your chest and head. This opens subtle channels. Chant the Gayatri Mantra slowly and mindfully. Okay, you can chant little loud or whisper or mentally. Okay, and then don't rush through it. Visualize the inner sun while chanting Tat Savitur Varenyam. Imagine a soft, whatever the imagination is. Okay, inner radiance of consciousness. Then allow the light to purify you with the Bhargo Devasya. And ask for guidance gently. Dhiyo yona prachodayat. Okay. Now chant with silence. That is the best one. And then end it. After your japa is done, you can end it. So that's what it is. Gayatri Mantra, the mother of the Vedas. The essence of all Vedic. It awakens the highest form of Buddhi. It is universal, beyond caste, religion, and everything. Everybody can do it, but for the purification. It purifies and prepares the mind for deeper knowledge. Gayatri is considered the mantra of creation. The deity of Gayatri is Saraswati, the goddess of knowledge. Okay. In meditations, Gayatri is identified with the goddess Saraswati, who personifies wisdom and learning. So metaphorically, Gayatri is the divine mother of all knowledge, and the Vedas, the highest knowledge, are her children. In essence, Gayatri is the mother of Vedas because it carries the seed of Vedic wisdom, awakens the mind to truth, purifies the inner being, and symbolizes the divine light from which knowledge arises. So, yeah. And the Gayatri Mantra is a meditation on the divine light, asking for the illumination of our intellect so that thoughts, decisions, and actions become pure and guided. Okay, Kaya Vaka Manasa. So, Gayatri Mantra, so Chinmayananda Swami teaches that Gayatri Mantra is a prayer for inner awakening, clarity, right understanding, and wisdom. It is not a prayer for material benefit, it is a prayer for transformation of the mind. Okay? Again, Om means the sound symbol of the supreme reality. It represents totality, past, present, future, waking, dream, and deep sleep. Bhur Bhuvaha Swaha, not just three words. Again, explains the three states of human experiences. Bhur means physical body and the material world. Bhuvaha, mind and subtle world of thoughts. Swaha, the intellectual or and spiritual world. Okay? Like a waking, dream sleep, and then deep sleep. Thus, chanting invokes divine in all three levels of our personality, body, mind, and intellect. That is what Om Bhur Swaha. Okay? Om means again the supreme reality. You call it Brahmeti, Paramatmeti, Bhagavaniti Shabde. Bhur Bhuvah Swaha, three words. Either you take like a physical body and the material, total material world outside. That's all Bhur. Bhuvaha means mind and subtle world of thoughts. When during the waking state, it's a Bhur. Bhuvaha means during the dream state, mind and subtle thoughts. And Swaha means intellectual and spiritual world, nothing but the deep sleep and beyond that. So, thus chanting invokes the divine in all three levels of our personality, body, mind, and intellect. And if you really say Bhur means the Bhuloka, and then Bhuvaha means the space between this and then the sky, and then the sky is the Swaha. Okay, that's what Om Bhur Bhuva Swaha. Again, I'm repeating the same thing over and over so that we get the mantra digested in our buddhi, so that whenever we chant, with this meaning we chant, and then eventually our buddhi should be enlightened. Okay. Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. Tat Savitur Varenyam. That divine light of Savita, the sun, which is worthy of worship. Tat means that. Savitur, divine light of Savita, the sun, not the physical sun, but the light or the consciousness. Varenyam means is a worthy of worship. So he emphasizes that means the supreme reality beyond all descriptions. Savitur, the inner sun, the source of life, energy, and inspiration. Okay? That supreme beyond all description. Savitur, the inner sun, inspiration, source of life, energy, and inspiration. Varenyam, most excellent, the highest ideal we should aspire to. This is not a physical sun, but the inner spiritual light that removes the ignorance. Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi, we meditate upon that radiant divine light. Okay, we meditate upon that divine radiant light. So Chinmayan Swami says, Bhargo means the light that purifies the mind. Bhargo means the light that purifies the mind. Devasya, of the divine, the auspicious. Dhimahi, we meditate upon, we hold our attention on it. Meditation on this light is meant to cleanse the intellect, removing mental impurities like anger, greed, confusion, and ego. This is the main thing. Okay? So, Tatsavitur Varenyam means that inner light, inner spiritual light, or Bhagavan, Tatsavitur Varenyam, source of energy and everything, source of life, the whole life, energy, and inspiration. That supreme reality, Varenyam, most excellent, highest ideal we should inspire. Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi means we meditate upon that radiant divine light. So here the meditation means, again next one it says, Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. May that light illuminate and guide our intellect. So the meditation is by the intellect. Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. Dhiyo means our intellect, discriminative capacity. Dhiyo, Prachodayat, inspire, awaken, and direct. This is the heart of the mantra. Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. May that light and illuminate and guide our intellect. Buddhi Prachodayat. Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. Dhiyo means our intellect. Yo Nah Prachodayat means inspire, awaken, and direct. May the divine light awaken my intelligence, so I choose the right path, make noble decisions, and live with clarity and purpose. That is the main thing. Okay, that divine. So when once I have this buddhi, intelligence awakened, then what will be that? We'll be doing the choosing the right path, the path to realize ourselves, make noble decisions, just work towards realization only. That's the main thing. And live with clarity and purpose. Live with clarity means what you should be doing, what you should not be doing, and then how you should be doing. So everything you have the clarity and there is a purpose. Always you have a goal. Now the essential message is repeated thought that the Gayathri Mantra is a universal prayer for the brilliance of the human intellect. The ability to think clearly, feel nobly, and act rightly. It is not sectarian prayer, it is for anyone seeking wisdom, clarity, self growth, inner peace, and transformation. Through Gayatri, one seeks to awaken the light within. That's what it is. So, Om Bhor Bhavasvaha, that is what I added later, not in the Rig Veda part, but it is in the Vedas. Om means again the Bhagavan, Supreme Consciousness. And Bhor Bhavasvaha, we already talked about the three planes or three material worlds. And then Bhor Bhavasvaha, Tat Savitur Varenyam, that inner light, the greatness, okay, the divine light of Savita, which is worthy of worship, Tat Savitur Varenyam, which is worthy of worship. That's the first pada. Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi, we meditate upon that radiant divine light, the meditation, on that dhyana, and then Dhyo Yona Prachodayat, may that light illuminate and guide our intellect. Dhimahi, for meditation and intellect. Okay, that's what it is. Now Prabhupada's explanation is, he explained through the lens of Krishna consciousness and Vaishnava theology, especially in his teachings on Brahma Gayatri and through Brahma Samhita. So Gayatri Mantra is ultimately a prayer to the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna, who is the source of all light, knowledge and creation. Okay, knowledge, light and creation. It teaches that Savita, the sun, represents the spiritual light of Krishna, not merely the physical sun again. It's a spiritual light of Krishna. The mantra is a prayer for pure spiritual intelligence so the devotee can serve the Supreme Lord because it's a bhakti marga. Gayatri is a call to awaken one's original spiritual consciousness. So, Om means, again line by line, the sound representation of the Supreme Absolute Krishna, origin of everything. Bhur Bhuvasava, Prabhupada explains these are material, intermediate, and heavenly worlds, all created and maintained by Krishna's energy. He emphasizes that the mantra trains one to see all worlds as Krishna's creation, sustained by Krishna's potency. Bhur Bhuvasava. Okay, Tat Savitur Varenyam, that divine light of the Supreme Savita, which is the most excellent. Prabhupada teaches Savita. Savitur refers not the physical sun but the spiritual sun Krishna. Krishna is the source of all illumination, both spiritual and material. Okay, Savitar Varenyam, Tat Savitar Varenyam. That Savita. And Krishna's source. Varenyam means highest, the most worshipable Supreme Person. So first one is Tat Savitar Varenyam. So the Supreme Lord we are worshipping. The Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi. We meditate on that divine radiance. It's all same, similarly. We meditate on that divine radiance. Prabhupada explains Bhargo means spiritual effulgence of the Supreme Lord. Similar to Brahman effulgence flowing from Krishna's transcendental body. Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi. Devasya means of the Supreme Deva Krishna himself. Dhimahi, we meditate with the devotion and surrender. Here he stresses bhakti, meditation with devotion, not impersonal contemplation. Whatever may be. Okay. Dhyo Yona Prachodayat. May that Supreme Person inspire and guide our intelligence. Prabhupada states, Dhyo means intelligence. Real intelligence is understanding I am Krishna's eternal servant. Prachodayat means may he activate or purify our intelligence so we can serve him. Thus he says Gayatri is ultimately a request. Please enlighten my intelligence so I may remember you, serve you and never forget you. So this is what the mantra is. All mainly saying this is like enlightening the intelligence buddhi. Prabhupada's central teaching on Gayatri, own philosophy. Gayatri is the mother of the Vedas and leads the devotee to Krishna. Its purpose to awaken pure Krishna consciousness, the soul's original relationship with the Supreme Lord. He emphasizes Gayatri trains the mind to see Krishna everywhere. It purifies intelligence for spiritual understanding. It aligns the devotee with the Krishna's will. Prabhupada often connects Gayatri with the Brahma Samhita, especially Govindam Adi Purusham, teaching that Krishna Govinda is the ultimate meaning behind Savita, the sun. This is a distinctive Vaishnava viewpoint. So that's all about the Gayatri. It's pretty simple. So while we are chanting, we can always remember that the highest one we are praying to the highest one, and what is that prayer is to enlighten our buddhi. Dhiyo yona prachodayat. Om bhurbhuvasvah, that Om created all the worlds, including everything, gunas or whatever. If you really see the outward world, whatever you experience is earth, sky, and then the beyond the sky also you can see. Between the sky and earth, you can experience it, because on the flights we all have the experience, and then the sky also we have the experience, and then so that's why these three words, one is the bhu, between, and then the top one. And Om is the representative of the Bhagavan. We call it as Brahmeti Paramatmeti Bhagavan iti Shabde. That is the representation, and then who is the one created the worlds. And if you see our this level, body level, mind level, and intellectual level, if you see, or three states, if you see waking, dreaming, and deep sleep. So whatever may be that's what Om is. Om Bhurbhuvasvah. Tat Saviturvarenyam. That means that Om. Savitur means the highest, the light, the Savitur, we know it, right? So let's see from this point of view. So the inner sun, we can call it, yeah. So Savitur, Om Bhurbhuvasvah, and then that Savitur means inner sun again. Nothing but Om only. Explaining more about Om, that Savitar means in the sun, source of all causes, and Varenyam means that the most excellent and highest ideal that is the highest one. That's Savitar Varenyam. That is the highest one. We are highest one we should aspire to. Eventually we'll be there. Okay? So that's Savitar Varenyam. Then Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi. Bhargo means that light that purifies the mind. Again the same. Devasya means again of the divine auspicious, and Dhimahi means we meditate. Dhimahi. Dhiyo yona, and we meditate, and then what that? Dhiyo yona prachodaya, the last one is, may that light illuminate and guide our intellect. We meditate with our mind, buddhi, the highest one, so that the highest one give us the real buddhi, cleans up all the stuff, so that we can choose the right path, make noble decisions, and live clarity and purposefully. So this is what it is. Okay. And also, if you really see the Gita, any sloka, you can match with the Gayatri. So if the Gita sloka is saying like, okay, you are not the body, and then you are the spiritual, that is exactly like kind of like illuminating our buddhi, because the sloka is saying like that, and we are getting that intellect. So any great spiritual teachings, nothing but Gayatri only. And on the 10th chapter, Vibhuti is Chandasam Aham Gayatri. Gayatri Chandasam Aham. Gayatri means he says, I am that. Also the Chatushloki Gita, if you really see, Aham Sarvasya Prabhavaha Mattas Sarvam Pravattate Iti Matva Bhajam Tema Buddha Bhava Samvitaha. That means I am everything. That is nothing but the Om, and then the Savitar, and then Bhargo. All these represents the same thing. And then Bharga, light, that light, yeah. Om, and then Savitar, and Tat means that, again Savitar, Varenyam, and then Bhargo, up to that point, Devasya, Dhimai, all that one is all, again Chatuslokya Aham Sarvasya Prabhaha. Then Matta Sarvam Pravattate Iti Matva Abjam Tema Buddha Bhava Samvitaha. Then after that, Machitta Mudgata Prana Bodhayantas Paraswaram Kadayantas Shamam Nityam Tushyamti Cha Ramanti Cha. That's what? Dhyanam towards the Bhagavan. Machitta Mudgata. Satam, Machita Satam, Machita, Aham Sarva, Machita, Machita Sata, Aham Sarva Prabha, Mutta Sarvam Jyotate, Idimatva Vajam Dema Buddha Bhava Samnitaha, Machita Madgata Pranaha, Bodhayanta Parasparam, Kadayantascha Mam Nityam Tushyamti Charamanticha, Tesham Sadayuktanam, Bhajatam Pritipurukam, Dadami Buddhyogam Tam Yenamapyantite. तेषाम एवानुकंपार्थम अहम अज्ञानजम तमः नाशयामि आत्मभावस्थः ज्ञानदीपेन भास्वता. So he says, like, first of all in the Gita, he says, I am everything. You call it Bhagavan Paramatme Brahmati Paramatmeti Bhagavani Shabdaye, Krishna or Bhagavan or the Supreme Consciousness or Paramatma or Atma, whatever you call it. And that one I am everything. Then by knowing that, what to do, the devotee or the seeker, he will invest all the prana, buddhi, mano, chittam, everything on that Bhagavan. And then that is what again Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi. Dhimahi means meditate upon that. Then after that what happened? Tesham Sadiktanam Bhajatam Pritipurgam Dadami Buddhiyogam Tamenamapyanta. For to them, in the Gita, Krishna says, I am going to give the Buddhiyogam. So again, he is going to give us the Buddhi. Again, Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. That Dhiyo Yonaha Prachodayat. May that light, Dhiyo Yonaha, that Prachodayat means again creating the light, inspire, awaken, and basically awaken the buddhi. Buddhiyogam. Dadami buddhiyogam ta menamapyante. Tesham evanukampartam aham ajnanajam tamah nashayami atmabhavastha jnanadipena bhasvata. So to them, more mercy is going to clean up the darkness within the heart. That's what the Chatusloki Gita says. Exactly, Gayathri Mantra also same thing. Okay. So, and then Chatusloki is like Gita is the famous one. So, if you really say, that's a Gita part, and then if you really see any Upanishad or any sloka which is giving you more insight, and then everything is really can relate to this basically the same idea. So basically when you are reading the scriptures and then discussing about that, learning about that, all it is happening is your intelligence is getting purified. If you really see the Bhagavatam, the first sloka, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, first sloka, if you really see, Janmadasyetonvayat itaratas charte sabhijñas swarat tene brahma hridayadikavaye muhyante yat surayah tejovar mrudam yatha vinimayo yatra trisargo mrusha dhamna svena sada nirasta kohakam satyam param dhimahi. The last one, satyam param dhimahi. That's what the Gayatri again. Satyam param, parama satyam, whoever is the Bhagavan, dhimahi, may that Lord, what is that? Enlighten my buddhi. Again, same Gayatri. So the explanation of this sloka as per the Prabhupadas is, I meditate upon Krishna because he is the absolute truth and the primal cause of all causes of creation, sustenance and destruction of the manifested universes. Okay, he is the absolute one. Like Varenyam, Tatsavitar, Varenyam, Bhargo, Devasya, that's what. He is directly and indirectly conscious of all manifestation. He is the cause. Okay, and he is independent because there is no other cause beyond him. It is he only who first imparted the Vedic knowledge into the heart of Brahmaji, the original living being. First imparted the Vedic knowledge in the heart of Brahmaji. By him, even the great sages and demigods are placed into illusion, as one is bewildered by the illusory representations of water seen in fire or land seen on the water. That's what even the illumination that Maya is so powerful that the great sages and demigods and everyone are illuminated, just like that's representations of, you see the water in the fire or land seen on the water. Only because of him do the material universes, temporarily manifested by the reactions of the three modes of nature, appear factual although they are unreal. I therefore meditate upon him, Lord Krishna, who is externally existent in the transcendental abode, which is forever free from the illusion representative of the material worlds. I meditate upon him, for he is the absolute truth. So this is what the meditation, first sloka of the Bhagavatam also. We talked about this, and then the Chatusloki Gita is also we talked about that. Even the Chatusloki Bhagavatam also talks about the exactly same thing. Okay. So if you want to know, we can touch that part too. Okay. So I know it is getting extensive, but let's see. So it all talks about, so that's what basically that's what the Gayatri Mantra is. So basically you say in a short form, we can see when you are chanting that, you focus on that mantra. While you are chanting, watch the buddhi, and buddhi should be still, and then the buddhi should be focusing, meditating only on the Bhagavan, and then asking for what? For the buddhi yogam only. So that enlighten the buddhi, that so that you can reach our true nature. So the reflected consciousness, the consciousness, first of all, the reflection falls on the buddhi only. That's why they are so close to the Bhagavan is so close to the buddhi. That's why when your buddhi is focusing on the Lord, then once enlightened, then you get your true nature, and that is the end of the life cycle of birth and death. That is why Gayatri Mantra is so powerful. That's why in our sages and everyone, they put this mantra in everywhere. Every person, boy, girl, Shudra, Brahmin, everybody can chant this one with the real meaning. That's why even while you are doing the prasadam, Nivedana, you chant the Gayatri Mantra, and while you are eating also you chant the Gayatri Mantra, and in the morning you chant, evening you chant, afternoon you chant, you keep on chanting the Gayatri Mantra, basically asking for the Buddhi Yoga. You try with your Buddhi, try to understand it, but again, beyond certain time, Buddhi can go, but the Bhagavan will help to enlighten our Buddhi. Okay? So, basically, the Chatusloki Bhagavatam also is 1, 2, 3, 4, right? The first is essence of the divine, understanding the reality, role of devotion, wisdom, purpose of the scriptures. Okay. Simple translation for the 4 verses. Let's say that. So Chatusloki Bhagavatam also. So first one says, everything that exists, seen or unseen, past, future, comes from me. I am the origin, sustainer, and final destination of all creation. Again, same as like anything. Gayatri Mantra or the Chatusloki Gita or the Bhagavatam. First sloka. The second verse is understanding the illusion Maya. Whatever appears to exist separately from me is only an illusion. Just as a dream seems real, but not anything that seems independent of me is unreal. So that means there is nothing, Varenyam kind of. And then the path to the real knowledge. Through sincere devotion and understanding, Jnana or whatever, a seeker becomes free from illusion. When mind is dedicated, the truth becomes clear, just like sunlight removes darkness. Okay? And purpose of divine teachings, the fourth one. All spiritual teachings, scriptures are meant to help you understand me. By learning and reflecting, you gradually experience my presence everywhere. So this is exactly the Gayatri Mantra, if you really see. So that means any great verses in the great Upanishads, or any great verses in the Gita or Bhagavatam or the Puranas, or anything, if you really see, it is all basically we are asking for the Buddhi Yoga, Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat, from the highest spiritual super consciousness, and then Bhagavan or Brahmeti Paramatmati Bhagavaniti Shabde. So all we are asking, so the desire, we are asking nothing except to enlighten ourselves. That is the only desire we will be asking to the Bhagavan. And once that desire, once you get the clear understanding, then all the problems will appear. That's why even say, even the Gita, several places also, chittainam samshayam yogam attishtatishtada bharata. All your samshayas, you should remove it by trying to ask, surrender to the gurus and learning, and at the same time by getting the bless from the Bhagavan. Okay, that is what the Gayatri Mantra is. Okay, Hari Om, Hare Krishna, Krishna Bhagavan ki Jai, Prabhupada ki